right, Taurus, and welcome back to the Mirrored Veil Tarot. Today we'll be reading for Taurus for the week of July 14th through the 21st. So let's start by cleansing the cards and setting silent, mindful intentions. Okay, so Taurus, we're going to be reading for you and the person in your energy. We're going to pull two Celtic crosses. First, we're going to start with you, see what is the heart of the matter for July 14th through the 21st. So the heart of the matter is fighting. There's some kind of fight going on. Crossed by, it's either boredom, complacency, lack of acknowledging blessings in your life, always looking for like the grass is greener type energy. The root cause is the Queen of Cups. Recent past was the Two of Swords, some kind of decision that needed to be made. Crowning is the Nine of Cups. Near future, the Three of Pentacles. That's promising. Your energy is the Queen of Pentacles. Your person's energy is the Knight of Cups. Hopes and fears. Ace of Swords, some kind of truth. Final outcome, the Nine of Swords. You're all in your head about something. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy is the Eight of Wands, which is fast incoming information, communication, things like that. Maybe this is a text from a past person. I don't know. Let's see. The heart of the matter for the person in your energy is the Page of Wands. Crossing them. Oh. The Four of Wands. Okay. The root cause is the Chariot. Yeah, so this is starting to feel like a past person has come back or is coming back. Recent past was the Five of Cups. Crowning them, the Eight of Swords, some kind of denial, some kind of self-inflicted mental cage. Near future, Ten of Cups. Taurus, are we rekindling something that we lost? Their role, the Lovers. Hello. Your role, the Ten of... Oh my gosh, please let me find out that we get a happy relationship read this week. Please let me know that this is for Taurus. That, like, you guys are getting some really good news this week. This is what it's feeling like. Hopes and fears, strength. Yeah. Let's find out. Final outcome, moving on. What the what? No. Bottom of the deck, energy, Page of Pentacles. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes and find out what's really going on, because, like, I'm, like, experiencing existential crisis with your read so far. All right, clarify this Five of Wands. What is this fighting? Clarify this Five of Wands. What? Page of Pentacles, just the bottom of the deck for your person. Not looking to the past. Look at that. Oh, right there. Is this like an ex-spouse? Is this a ex-husband or an ex-wife that is coming back? You're feeling like it's a little too late type thing? Clarify this Four of Cups with, there they are, your fast moving messages. Queen of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. Did your ex-wife or ex-husband recently, like, reach out to you in a fit of Mercury retrograde? A fit of passion. They've been pursuing you for a while. And you're, like, in a wait and see position, like, well, let me just see what's going on, because at the root of it, you still have feelings for this person. Clarify the Queen of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Cups with the Nine of Wands, the Moon, and the Devil. Okay, so you guys divorced. And you've worked really hard to get your life back on track. You still have moments of like they almost feel, this person feels like a drug to you. Like, when they're like that person where if it's just the two of you, it's like the entire universe fades away and it's just the two of you. And somewhere over the course of the years together, something was lost, and yeah, you had to rebuild. You had to make a choice between your survival and your relationship. Clarify this Two of Swords with Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so like you guys, you started off really strong. Like, it wasn't like this, it wasn't like you guys started with in a fit of passion. Like your person, there was a slow, steady movement, like very deliberate in pursuing you, and you guys had a great foundation, lots of passion in your relationship once you were established. But something happened. I feel like this was the finances. I feel like your person was addicted to spending money, partying, like gambling, the slots. I see Vegas, like, and everything that goes with that. Gambling, the drinking, the drugs, the whoring of yourself to men and women, maybe both, maybe one or the other. It's feeling like, I do not mean any offense by this, but this is what it's feeling. It's like you're married, you're a woman, and you're married. This is a very specific story for a very specific few. If this resonates with you, please drop a comment. But it's like you're married to a man, a very masculine man, and then like when they go off on their own and they get drunk, they end up in bed with other men, and you find out in a very terrible way, and you find out that they're not protecting themselves, which means they're not protecting you from, get yourself tested, Taurus. Okay. Crowning is this party lifestyle. Okay, clarified by the Six of Wands. Yeah, the Three of Cups and the King of Wands. Yeah, you worked really hard to get away from all of this because this person put you at risk, but you still have all these feelings for them. But you've worked really hard to prioritize needs over wants. Yes, you love this person very much, but and you worked hard to get over it, and now they're back. A near future, the Three of Pentacles. Clarify that with the Tower. No, I mean, you're right. If you guys rekindle, like, it feels like they're coming to you for help. Like they want your help with something, and they're kind of also using the passion angle because they know that you're kind of like, but since you two have been separated, there's everything that you knew, things are even darker now. Like it's whatever they were into before, like whatever they were dabbling in before, they've taken deep dives into like fetish type behaviors, and they may have actually come in contact with certain diseases and things like that, and they're not giving you the whole picture. There's still a lot of things that are hidden in the dark, and out of a want to help them, you may actually end up reburdening yourself because you guys have already, like, this was done and in the past, and you want to help them out because you still have some like residual guilt about, well, what if I had done this? What if I had done that? No, it is not your job to heal your ex-person's addictions. And that's on them to get things sorted out for themselves, and they should never have involved you while they were so unhealthy. And the fact that they pursued you so relentlessly, like they knew that they wanted you in their life, and once you accepted them, you were in it 100%, and then it turns out that they've got all of this like just not, they don't have skeletons in the closet. They have living, thriving demons in their closet, okay? Queen of Pentacles, clarified by, the Ten of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Eight of Swords, which is their final outcome. Yeah. Your intuition is right. You know, sometimes it's nice to walk down memory lane. Sometimes, you know, taking that phone call is worth it, and sometimes it's not. Because what it does is it creates this. It creates these feelings of, you know, did I make a mistake? Could I fix it all? If we had a chance to start over, would it be different? You know, you're kind of putting yourself through all of this right now. And here they come in and, you know, they're offering you this love because of course they miss you because you made life so much easier for them. You know, they were able to hide and do all of this debauchery lifestyle, you know, while living under the protection of Taurus. And now they're out on their own, just raw, you know, and getting themselves into all kinds of trouble, getting themselves and other people into trouble. Like, there's a whole lot of stories that they are not telling you. All right, let's clarify this Knight of Cups with the Queen of Swords, Temperance, and Judgment. I mean, truth and karma are coming for your person, and they're looking for an easy way out with you again. The thing is, you, even if you wanted to, you can't stop karma. You cannot stop karma. You can't stop what is universally written to happen to this person. They chose this path. They did. You chose the path of helping them. You tried to, and they continued. So now they're getting hit with the consequences of their actions. All right, your hopes and fears are truth. You know, you want to know what the truth of the matter is, and you're also having a really hard time digesting it. Clarify that with the Page of Wands, the Star card, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, you do. You have a lot of love and a lot of passion for this person. You guys had worked really hard at building a wonderful, steady life together. And then, you know, the longer you guys were together, the more they digressed into this, you know, Vegas lifestyle. Final outcome is the Nine of Swords. Clarify that with the King of Swords. Good. Seven of Wands and the Empress. Absolutely. This is you. This is you, Taurus. You are looking the truth square in the face. You are standing your ground, and you are going to give birth to a whole new timeline for yourself. And it is going to take this, you know, painful, hard look at what your life actually was, who this person actually was, and realize that the life that you have, you worked so hard for. And part of it is due to the fact that this person, you know, they influenced you to have to leave in order to survive and get out there on your own. And the life that you currently have, you did that. And that's beautiful. Bottom of the deck, the Six of Pentacles. It's on you whether or not you give a handout to your ex. Because you know that that's what they're looking for. They're thinking that they're being slick about it by, you know, being cute and lovey-dovey and all of this stuff. And hey, remember when? But you're not fooled by any of that because you're Taurus. You can't pull the wool over a Taurus's eyes. Not at all. You guys see through that stuff way too fast. All right. Yeah. So let's clarify the Page of Wands. This, they're coming in with like the cute, sexy jokes and stuff like that. And the, you know, the slight flirtings to see how far they can get with you. Clarify that with, the Knight of Cups, the Three of Cups. Where do we see that? Yep. and the Nine of, see, this is you right now. You're in your Nine of Pentacles, all the single ladies, you know, and they're coming in. They've got all this going on in the background, you know. They're coming in offering you a cup when they've got all this going on already. And you're just like, man, I work so hard to be happy and single, you know, because it's one thing to be single, it's another thing to be happy and single. And you're happy and single. Like, you're content. You're like, I could have a partner or I could not have a partner. And either way, I'm good, you know. My money's in order. I've got things that I'm working on. I could sit in my house by myself for a day and not feel like, you know, I'm missing out on anything because I got everything that I need. I did that. Yeah. And they're coming at you with, but remember how happy we were. Remember the good times when we were married, and remember how much bigger our house was and all that stuff. Clarify this Four of Wands with, there it is. They want you back so that they can cover up like a beard. Like, that's the sensation. Like, that's what, like, you're a beard. Yeah, the Devil, the Four of Pentacles, and the World. Yeah, this situation is over. It's been over for a long time. And they actually feel like you're holding out on them. Like, you have more money than what you actually do. Like, you're good. Okay, I'm not saying that you're not. I'm not saying that you're poor, but like, your money is, you designate, your money has jobs. You know, like, this money is meant for this. This money is meant for that. Like, all of your money is assigned a different job. None of it's just sitting there. Just like, you know, it has purpose. It has meaning. And they're thinking that you're just like holding out on them. They'll disappear again. Yeah, the root of the issue for them is this Chariot, is the moving on. Because, like, when you were around, you took care of everything. You cleaned up after them. You made sure that they were good, that they had, like, money for lunch. And okay, so these three just popped out. Yeah, there's that Ace of Wands. They're horny. They need money so they can go party. It's right there. Like, it flew out. The cards wanted you to know that they're upset about the moving on, because looks like they're addicted to gambling, to sex, they're just addicts. I feel like for some of you, they're sick. Maybe they're not able to work anymore. Their lifestyle has started to cause health issues, like chronic health issues, where they're not able to work anymore. The recent past is their Five of Cups. Yeah, they took you for granted. They didn't recognize how wonderful you were, and they're being hit with all this truth. Like, they caused a struggle for you. They caused a struggle for themselves. That's what they're focused on. You realize that, right? Like, this has nothing to do with you, how wonderful you are. It all has to do with what makes them comfortable. And you made them comfortable. You built them a nice, cozy home. You know, you had delicious dinners on the table for them, and you treated them like a king because, you know, or you treated them like a queen, because that's what you do. Kings treat their partners like queens, and queens treat their partners like kings, because that's who you are, but that's not who they are. They're still kind of like down here in the muck, trying to figure things out, and they can't get past their addictions, and they won't. Yeah, crowning them is denial. They're not even looking at themselves. They're just trying to get quick fixes. And you're part of that. You're part of a quick fix for them. Okay, it wouldn't be an ongoing anything. It would, except for them draining your resources. All right, let's clarify this Eight of Swords with, yeah, they're looking at the past, how everything was, you know, everything fell apart, and now they're burdened in life. Yeah, their near future, the Ten of Cups, clarify that with Four of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and Temperance. Yeah, so they've upset the apple cart. You're going to have to go into a timeout. Like, you know, maybe you suggest that they go into a rehab. Start talking to a therapist. Start taking the blinders off and seeing all of the destruction that lies in their wake. You know, maybe they need a 12-step program. Maybe they need several 12-step programs. Maybe they need to go to like Al-Anon and was it Narcanon and Alcoholics Anonymous, and then there's what's the one for like their partners? I can't remember. I used to know all this stuff. Probably good that I don't know this stuff anymore. Yeah, AA, Al-Anon, Narcanon, all those, who knows, maybe even like food addictions, sex addictions. There's all kinds of support groups out there. All right, so their energy is the Lovers. They're coming in like, we're meant to be together. Clarify that with the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the King of Wands. Yeah, they've got some deep-seated secrets. And right now, they're just after money. Yeah, because they see you as very abundant. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles with the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles. And yeah, you worked hard for everything that you have. And like I said, it's like you designate jobs for your money. Like your money works for you. You're like, okay, yeah, so I just earned, I don't know, $2,000 this paycheck. And, you know, 850 of this, you're going to this. And then this 250, you're going over here. And then this goes to this and this goes to that. Like everything has a job that it's working on. You don't have like piles of cash. You're not like Scrooge McDuck with like a you know, some safe that's full of coins that you could go just like diving in and stuff. It's not like that. Like, yes, you are prosperous and yes, you are successful, but you also don't have stashes of cash that you can throw at somebody who's not willing to help themselves. And even if you did give it to them, they'd need more tomorrow. They always need more. Their hopes and fears is strength. They're hoping that they're strong enough. There is a part of them that wants to get better, but then there's another part of them that they really enjoy their addictions. Like it makes them feel good. It's not lasting. They're always chasing that high, you know, but that's the lifestyle that they've chosen, because if they chose not to live that way, they wouldn't be living that way. Like it's really that simple. And I know that it sounds a lot harder, but it's not. If you have a strong enough motivator to stop doing something that's hurting you, then you will stop. And sometimes the motivator is just, I don't want to anymore. And nobody can give that to you. That has to come from inside yourself. That has to come from inside your person. Yeah, so strength they're also, they're afraid that you're too strong for them now. Like you're too resolved in your ways that you're not going to help them out. Clarify the strength card with the Empress. It's you. The Moon. All the things that they're hiding. They feel like they're almost owed it. Like, do they fight with you about, well, you owe me? I did this for you like 15 years ago. And you're like, dude, I paid off that debt. Or, wow, that was so small. Like, do you remember I bought you dinner when you were, you're like 15 years ago? Yeah, you got me a taco from Taco Bell and I didn't have any money. But, like, how much more have I given you type thing. And, yeah, final outcome is they're going to move on. All right, clarify that with, yeah, the Two of Swords. So they're going to do some sneaky shit on their way out. Don't give them access to anything. Yeah, this is all about money. They're looking at you thinking that you are, you know, you're still that naive person that you were when you guys first met, and that they can just like come in and, you know, charm your pants off, because this is what's been working for them. This is and realize that 98% of their behavior is ruled by their addictions, right? So 98% of how they behave is all for one purpose, which is them getting what they want, which is a way to get and stay high, get and stay drunk, get laid, whatever it is that gives them that dopamine. And you've worked way too hard to get victory over this situation for you to go back to having to carry burdens for them anymore, Taurus. So I'm really proud of you. You've worked really hard. You've had your glow up, and I feel like you're going to make the right decision of not lending them money. If you want to lend them anything, find them some support groups, help them find a good rehab to go to if they're willing to go and do that. So I look forward to seeing you again next week, Taurus. We'll see what's going on with you and your person in your timeline. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe, and if you want to be reminded as to when your stories will be posted, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and stay blessed, Taurus. See you next week.